This movie doesn't just tell a story, it literally plays with your sense of control. Imagine knowing every outcome of your life, every decision, every consequence, before it even happens. Sounds like a superpower, right? Yeah, until you realize that's exactly what destroys you. Because Outcome 2026 isn't about predicting the future. It's about what happens when you try to control it. And trust me, by the end of this story, you're going to question your own choices. So, Outcome 2026 is one of those psychological thrillers that doesn't scream for attention, but once you watch it, it stays in your head. It's quiet, it's slow, but it's dangerous, because it deals with something we all secretly want: control over life. The story follows Arav, a regular guy, corporate job, normal routine. But internally, he's anxious, overthinking everything, always wondering, did I make the right choice? And honestly, haven't we all been there? That one decision, that one moment that keeps replaying in your head. Well, Arav gets a chance to fix that, and that's where everything begins to fall apart. So, the movie opens with a strange, almost unsettling scene. Arav is sitting alone in a dimly lit room, facing a screen. On that screen, he sees clips of his own life. But something feels off. These aren't memories. These are things that haven't happened yet. At this point, you're just sitting there thinking, okay, what exactly is going on? And then we hear a voice. Every choice has an outcome. But what if you could see it first? Yeah, that's when the movie pulls you in completely. Arav gets access to a device, a system that shows him the future outcome of any decision he's about to make. Simple choices, big choices, everything. And just like that, life becomes a game. At first, it's incredible. He uses it for small things. What to say in a meeting, how to respond to someone, which option leads to the best result. And boom, everything starts working in his favor. Promotions, confidence, better relationships. It's like life suddenly unlocked easy mode. And you can't help but think, honestly, I'd probably do the same. But here's the thing. That's exactly where the problem starts. Because once things start going right, we don't stop. We push it further. Arav goes from, let me fix my mistakes, to, let me optimize my entire existence. At this point, the confidence is unreal, like reality itself is optional now. And you're watching this thinking, yeah, this is not going to end well. Arav becomes dependent, not just for big decisions, but for everything. What to eat, what to say, how to feel. And slowly, he stops living. He starts executing outcomes. There's a powerful moment where his girlfriend, Naina, tells him, you've become perfect, but you're not real anymore. And that line hits hard, because perfection comes at the cost of authenticity. Pay attention to this. Every time Arav uses the device, the background sound fades. Everything becomes quieter, colder. That's not random. It's showing that he's disconnecting from real life. He's not experiencing things anymore. He's just predicting them. Then comes the turning point. One day, the device shows him something horrifying. He sees himself killing Naina. Yeah, out of nowhere. No explanation. And this is the exact moment everything goes completely off the rails. Arav panics. There's no way I would do that. But the system has never been wrong. And this is where human logic kicks in. We would never do something like that. Meanwhile, 20 minutes later, we're heading straight toward it. You're just watching like, please stop making it worse. But no, he keeps going. Arav tries to avoid that future. He changes his behavior, avoids conflict, stays away from Naina. But every attempt pushes him closer to the same outcome. It's like the future is locked, and the more he fights it, the tighter it becomes. This introduces a powerful concept. Are we really making choices, or just following a path that's already decided? Arav isn't a villain. He's just afraid. Afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of regret, afraid of uncertainty. And that fear is what destroys him. Because instead of accepting life's unpredictability, he tries to eliminate it. And in doing so, he loses himself. Think about this. If you knew every outcome in advance, would you still live the same way? No risks, no surprises, no uncertainty? Sounds safe, but also kind of empty. Because the beauty of life is in not knowing. In taking chances, in failing, in feeling. Without that, life becomes predictable. And predictable quickly becomes meaningless. So let me ask you, what would you choose? Control or experience? The tension builds to a breaking point. The device shows Arav two final paths. One where he kills Naina, one where he destroys himself. No third option, no escape. And right here, you realize, this was never about the future. It was about him. Climax. Arav confronts Naina. The same situation, the same setup, everything aligning exactly like the prediction. The device keeps flashing, pushing him, guiding him. And in that moment, he finally understands something. The device isn't controlling him, he is. And suddenly, he does the one thing the system can't predict. He breaks the device. No outcome, no guidance, no control. Just a raw, real decision. And for the first time in the entire movie, Arav chooses freely. And honestly, you kind of breathe out here. Like, finally, a human decision. Because up until now, this guy was basically running on autopilot. The ending doesn't give you a clear answer. Did he save Nina? Did he change the future? We don't fully know. And that's intentional. Because the message is simple. Life isn't about knowing the outcome. It's about having the courage to choose anyway. In the last shot, we see Arav's reflection in the broken screen of the device. Symbolism? The control he was searching for was always within him, not in the machine. So, is Outcome 2026 worth watching? Absolutely, but not if you want a simple story. This movie challenges you. It slows you down. It makes you think about your choices, your fears, your need for control. Because at the end of the day, we're all a little like Arav, trying to get things right, trying to avoid mistakes. But maybe mistakes are the point. So tell me, if you had that device, would you use it? Or would you risk everything and live without knowing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Honestly, this isn't just a movie, it's an experience. And if you truly understand it, it might just change the way you see things. Like, share, and subscribe for more deep movie breakdowns. And I'll see you in the next one. Action.